Instead you can bury the workman, but the work will go on. You can silence the voices, but you can't stop the song.
Welcome to Wheeling the Pathways of Life Unplugged with your host, Brain Fitzpatrick. Wheeling the Pathways of Life Unplugged is a snapshot of the day-to-day experiences of disabled individuals as they navigate the world around us. We wish to shed light and open your eyes on a new perspective of people with disabilities. And by going unplugged, we can discuss viewpoints we hope will challenge our viewers' points of view. Most of us have disabilities we must live with, but what defines us is the way we deal with them. And now, here's your host, Brain Fitzpatrick.
Good afternoon, folks. This is Brain Fitzpatrick with another episode of Wheeling the Pathways of Life. I'd first like to start off by saying, for those people that have communicated with me over the past week, especially some of the employees at UCP have been encouraging me and giving me helpful advice. I appreciate that. I do want to clarify something now. Everything I say is my opinion, and my opinion alone. I'm not saying that anything I say is anything I say is not to be derogatory or say it's that way in all cases, but it's just my experience with certain situations and the people that I have on the show. It's their opinions and their opinions alone. It's not necessarily the opinions of any agency that I have on or any people that I have on. But expanding on that a little bit, the reason why I bring that up is one of the comments that I got from the public was, you can't talk bad about, you shouldn't talk bad about PCAs in general. Well, I've had some bad experience with a couple PCAs in general. Like people stealing from me in situations like that. So I will talk about those, but I understand what the person was saying. The person saying it's not the people who work with you on a daily basis. It's the legislature and all the people related to the financial end of it. That's the problem. And I would implore any legislature person or any federal government person to come on the show and explain their reasoning behind it, because reasoning behind what they do because I can come up with 20 or 30 situations at least why people shouldn't do the system should be easier for people, not harder. Okay? And like I said last week, unless you are directly involved with an individual in a chair or in a situation where you've got a family member or you know an individual that's in a situation like me, you have no clue what life is like in a daily situation for me. That is why this show exists, and that is why I'm not only going to talk about me, but I'm going to talk about some other people, because I can talk about me all day, but you need to see other perspectives and other situations to get a real idea what it's like. And, you know, and for me to sit here and say, well, for anybody to sit there and say, you're in a chair, you have everybody doing everything for you, you don't have to do anything, why is your life hard? People that say that don't have any clue. Because my life is easy in some ways, but imagine if you've got 20 people at a table and you plan on having steak or something for everybody. Well, then you gotta think about if somebody's a vegetarian, you gotta change the menu for them. In my case, I'm one way, but the caregivers are another way. They're not used to doing it this way. They're not used to being able to, they're not used to having to feed me what they don't want to eat themselves. So they try to not make me conform, but they try to change my opinion to what they want, because that's what they're used to. So I tell you that because it's a constant battle of wills as far as the PCA. It's constantly negotiating and it's constantly compromising. And not only do I have to give up something, they have to give up something too. And if they, when I say people don't care, what I mean by when people don't, what I mean, if people don't take the time and communicate with me or with an individual or learn about the individual that they're working with. They're just going through the motions. They're just getting what they need to get done and dealing with the situation. Okay? The true definition of a BVA is to come in and do physical care only. Okay? There is not supposed to be conversation about other things as far as getting to know the person and stuff like that, because you're technically only supposed to do physical care and physical care only. But I would challenge people, there's no way you could do the physical care if you don't get to know the person. Get to know their dislikes and their likes before you work with. You can't really work with somebody and not have some type of relationship with them. Now, there's unique circumstances and there's how many unique positions. I can decide if I want to be friendly to a BVA and understanding of a BVA, or I can just make it, come in, do your job, and leave. Okay? But I've been told through the years, and my parents have instilled this on me, if you're not respectful and understanding of people's situation, they're not as likely to do things for you when you need them to do things for you. I've got very few people that'll come in at a drop of a hat if I call them. Okay? And do things beyond PVA. Well, if I'm nice to them, then maybe then it's more likely they will do things you need. If you are mean to them, you say they don't know what they're doing, or say if they got a doctor's appointment, they need to step out. You gotta be flexible. You gotta be, it's not about the law all the time. Okay, yes, the law is important, but you gotta be reasonable. You gotta say, okay, you're having a tough day. Everything is done that I need to be done, so you can go home for the afternoon. All right. Sometimes I can say, go home. I can say, clock out. Yeah. Clock out during this time. You're supposed to be here, but I know you're having a tough day. You can clock out, but do me a favor. Be available in case I need something from you. If I need something, I'll call you. Okay? That's not, To me, that's not taking, that's not doing your job. That's me being respectful and me being reasonable and giving them their space, but they're available if I need them to do something. Now, we could sit here and say that the job requires this, requires that, but I work with these people all the time. In my case, I work with the PCAs all the time. I realistically respect and honor the agencies that take care of, give me the hours that I need and stuff to do what I need to get done. But I also need to keep in mind they're not in the house. They don't know why. They don't know what the PCAs need. They don't know what I need all the time. So my best communication, the only communication that I worry about day to day is the people that are taking care of my situation. Okay? Because at 2 o'clock in the morning, if I need something, the people that I'm respectful towards and that I'm reasonable and give them a little bit of a reprieve on some things or understand people's circumstances. They're more likely to respect me and say, yeah, I'll come in at 2 o'clock in the morning and change you or get you ready to go to the hospital if you need to go. Somebody would do that anyway. Don't get me wrong, somebody would do that anyway. Somebody would get me ready to go to the hospital, but would they be? I'd probably have to go through 2 or 3 people to get one person to do it. Okay? But however nice you are, and however respectful you are, you gotta keep in mind, it's not about what they want, it's about what I need and what I need them to do in my life. I mean, nice enough to give them respect and be flexible with them because I need them to be flexible with me. And that's why I do what I do. And that's why I go beyond PCA and understand what the PCAs need. And it's like anything. It's like anything. We all have relationships and people we don't like. And believe me, I don't dislike some people that I have but I get along better with some people than I do others. Okay? Because those people get me. Some people are just in the job for the money. And then some people are in the job because they actually care about what they're doing. Okay? Some people would take the time and actually understand what I need on a daily basis or what I'm trying to accomplish by doing something that I'm doing. And because of that, if I'm not trying to explain myself to people why I'm doing what I'm doing, and just have them pay attention to what I'm doing, and not have to worry about justifying what I'm doing to people, you're actually making my life easier that way. It's when I have to justify every step of the way why I'm doing what I'm doing that is the most frustrating. Okay? And when I come back, I will explain why, the reasons why I think justification and the standards of renewing services need to change. We will be right back, folks.
You brought me this far, so why would I question you now? You have provided, so why would I start to doubt? I've never been stranded, abandoned, or left here to fight alone. So I'm giving you control. I lift my life up. Give it all in surrender. I lift my heart up. You can have it forever. All my dreams, all my plans, Lord, I leave it in your hands. I lift my life up. Have your way in me. Have your way in me. If peace is a river, then let it sweep over me. If I'm under fire, I know it's refining me. When I hear you calling out, I'll follow now, wherever the road may go, because I know you're leading me home. I lift my life up. I give it all in surrender. I lift my heart up. You can have it forever. All my dreams, all my plans, Lord, I leave it in your hands. I lift my life up. Have your way in me. Have your way in me. Take my life and let it be all for you. my life and let it be all for you. I lift my life up. I give it all in surrender. I lift my heart up. Take my life. I live my life up. Give it all in surrender. I lift my heart up. You can have it forever. All my dreams, all my plans, Lord, I leave it in your hands. I live my life up. Have your way in me. Have your way in me. Just have your way in me. Have your way in me. Just take my life and let it be all for you.
Good afternoon, folks. This is Brain Fitzpatrick, bringing you an episode of Wheeling the Pathway to Life. And what I said was me. What I said when we went on the break was I would tell you some of the frustrations and some of the parts of the recertification aspects of the job that needs change. Yes. Kelsey, if you can pull out for a second, I want to explain something to people. For the next 20, 30 years, maybe even 40 years, you're going to see me in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, basically. Then there shouldn't be, there's got to be a way that you can say, okay, I haven't heard or saw that Brian is deceased. All right, Kelsey, you can come back in now. Brian is deceased. He hasn't called. The family hasn't called. The doctors haven't called and said anything's changed. So there's got to be a way to keep the same level of service there is now 10 years from now. Okay? The only thing that's going to change, is the fact that I'm going to need more services as I get older. Okay? I'm not going to need any less services as I get older. There's no way I can predict, even if there was a miracle in the situation, I wouldn't take it to get out of the chair. okay? Quit thinking that people are gonna get better. Quit thinking that, yes, there is a chance that people can get better, but there's also a chance they can't, okay? So, unless there is a medical way that people can get better, and if they want to take the risk of getting better, okay, and not stay the way they are, give the people the choice to stay the way they are, and in order to do that, they need the services and help to be as involved in the community as they can. And the reason why I say that all that way, and that was a bit confusing, but the reason why I say that, it is stressful, for me at least, and I know it's stressful for other people in the same situation, to think, okay, I made it through this year with the services I have, but I gotta fight again to prove to people that I need the same services I need, but yet nothing's changed. Only 1 year has changed. Nothing else has changed. I understand they need to justify it for money, but all they need to do is call me, talk to me over the phone. I pay attention to people that do my recertifications. Now, I can't do this with everybody, but in my case, you've got multiple years worth of TV shows to watch to see if I still need the services I need. I still need to get out of the house to go places and do things. So yes, I need transportation. So quit trying to tell me and other people, because we don't know if you're medically changing. We don't know what you need medically because we don't know what your status is. Pay attention. If nobody's communicated that anything changes, assume everything is status quo. Unless I'm in the obituaries, online or something, continue the services that I have. It's not that hard. You want to spend more money recertifying and coming up with all these rules so people have to justify it, because you don't want to spend the money, and you don't want to spend the money giving the clients what they need, because medical care is gonna get worse, yes. But I can guarantee you one thing. Each and every person that I'm talking to in the federal government or the state government is going to be affected by some form of disability in their life. They're gonna need assistance. And you know what? You gotta look back at this 10, 20 years down the road. You know what? That guy Brian, on wheeling the pathway of life, was right. I need help, and I could have helped him get the help he needed. So, and as a result of me getting the help what he needed, I would have known better now from him what kind of services I may need later. Okay? If you guys in the federal government or the state government would pay attention to us out here in the Northeast and the people of Beacon Hill, I appreciate everything Trisha Bobby is doing, and everybody in the state house is doing for this area. But if one person would pay attention to what's going on out here, things would be a lot better. Okay? As far as the federal government goes, Social Security should not be as hard to get as it is. Okay? Let me tell you something. Everybody in the federal government is going to need Social Security at some point. Just because Donald J. Trump has come from a wealthy background, and every president has come from a wealthy background and stuff, that doesn't mean all the representatives in the government are going to not need help in the future. Okay? And yes, there may be people that are not put in office because of what they are doing, because of what they're not put in the office for the reason they should be put in the office. Okay? They are put in the office to affect the agenda that may not be the right agenda to have. But the reason why I bring this up is there are people out there that will work as hard as they can to get the money for the people they need to get. But there are those that are paid off to affect the agenda that's not gonna work for anybody. Okay? And those people have no business doing that, and they have no business getting involved in situations they don't have any clue about. Just because somebody's asking you to do something, think about it long and hard, and think about, am I doing this right for my constituents in my state or my area that I'm covering? Because you work for us. You don't work for the people that are trying to get you to change your vote and stuff like that. You work for us as human beings and us as citizens of this great country we have. There are countries out there that I would be, if I lived there, I would have been dead 10 years ago. I would have been dead from the minute I was born. I would have been thrown in a institution and forgotten, or thrown in a institutionalized and in an orphanage, because there's other countries that don't have the ability to do the things that we do in the United States. And because of our selfish, bureaucratic bullcrap that's going on, we can't let the selfish bureaucratic bullcrap that's going on in this country take away from services and help for people who need the help. We can't go on like this. We can't go on like, oh, this isn't popular, so we can't do it because this isn't popular. Well, let me tell you something. And I don't usually say this on the air, by having somebody else having to clean you on a daily basis when you go to the bathroom isn't very comfortable or popular in the job as a PCA, but it's got to be done. And somebody's got to be there to do it when it needs. So somebody's got to be there to do it when it's got to be done. So think about that before you cut services in any agency in this area. Because who else is going to do it? Who else is going to do it if there's nobody to do it? Are the people that cut services gonna take the time and come in on their off time from their jobs and do the thing that needs to be done? No, I don't think so. Give people what they need to do the job effectively and do the job the best they can. And if that means not getting what you want or compromising for something that other people need. This government needs to stop thinking about themselves and think about other people. And luckily, I have several people. And two people that I'm looking at right now through a window in the control room that actually understand what I mean in there right now. And two people that are trying to make my life as independent as possible and my life as meaningful as possible. Well, one thing I gotta say to you guys, if I think my life is meaningful and has a purpose, there has to be someone in your life that thinks their life is meaningful and has a purpose as well. Yeah, for those people that are in federal government, state government, go back to why did you get into state government? Why did you get into federal government? Okay? I can just about guarantee you, and I can say this with confidence, either way, if it's state or federal government, if you got into it for the money, it's the wrong reason. You're supposed to get into it because you care about the people you work with. Okay? I'll tell you something right now, folks. It's the people that I see every day, and it's the people that I deal with every day that get next to nothing for pay and next to nothing for recognition, okay? And nothing for the, no respect for the work they do from anybody else but the people they work with that work the hardest. But the people that make the more money get the money and they don't work at all. They just sit behind the desk and do nothing. Okay? There are people out there that are heads of agencies that do things, that work the hardest to get what their clients need and get what they do what their staff needs to do their job. I'm not saying that. But for the most part, it's the people that get no recognition at all and very little money that do most of the work. And for that, for those people that don't feel like they're being respected and they're being recognized, I want to recognize you right now and tell you, I, Brian Fitzpatrick, and with you. I, Brian Fitzpatrick, will do anything I can to help you get what you need. And if there's any staff member out there from any agency that genuinely needs help, if you have, let me rephrase that. If you have a genuine work-related issues, but work-related issues within a company about not getting paid and stuff, I can't help you. But I can help you learn how to be respected by clients and how to be respected by family members, and teach you ways to improve your people skills on how I want people to treat me. I want people to treat me in ways that makes my life easier for me. So if anybody needs any help with understanding from a client what it's like to live this way on a daily basis, you can email me at wheelingthepathwaytolife@gmail.com, or better yet, you can email me at wheelingthepathwaytolife@gmail.com, or better yet, you can see me at UCB of Western Mass on 208 West Street on Tuesday mornings from 10 a.m. till 1 or 1:15 in the afternoon. Or you can see me at UCB of Western Mass on 535 Coon Highway in North Adams, and talk to me about different strategies and different ways of dealing with difficult people. I can only give you advice. I can't tell you how to handle your people. But I think it would be a valuable lesson for some of the people out there listening to me to come and individually talk to me and individually take the time and study some of my shows and deal with me on a more one-to-one basis, and come in and just observe what agencies like UCP does, agencies like AdLab, so you can get a perspective of what it's like to live a life without limits. Because the life without limits, is kind of misunderstood. Life without limits, as far as they're concerned, is more of a life without limits because of a disability. But everybody's life has a limit. Okay, not everybody can do anything, but because of their physical or mental challenge, they're not gonna stop them from UCP. It's not gonna stop people from dreaming what they want to, dreaming what they want to dream, and doing what they want to do, just because they're in a wheelchair or just because they have challenges. So, if you want to see me or talk to me or email me, give me your story, and if I can be of any help, let me know. But you can get hold of me at wheelingthepathwaytolife@gmail.com. That's wheelingthepathwaytolife@gmail.com. You can give me a call, or you can call UCP of Western Mass, or you can get a hold of me on my Facebook at Brain Fitzpatrick, and friend me on Facebook or something. We can communicate that way. But I want you to know, for those people that are day in and day out working their butts off to give the clients the best life they can, whether you're getting recognized by the state or whether you're getting recognized for awards or something like that, I'm recognizing you right now. Thank you for what you do. You get grabbed on for money, but we respect you for what you do, and continue to do what you do, because we need good quality people to make our lives better. And anything this show I can do to make your situation known to people, I will do that. And with that, folks, I will be back next week to continue my work. The work never ends, so we'll just pick up right where we left off this week, next week, and we will be back next week. If not next week, we'll definitely be back the following week. But I plan on being here next week, but if something comes up and I'm not, we'll definitely be back the following week. I thank you, folks. And with that, have a good afternoon.
Can bury the workman, but the work will go on. You can silence the voices, but you can't stop the song. 'Cause when the spirit's moving is where we'll be done. You can bury the workman, but the work will go on.